Your views. You can SMS at any time during the show. Type Spectrum, leave a space, type in your contribution and name, then send it to 7197. Your views, our interviews on Spectrum, Radio 1 FM 90.
A very warm welcome. This is Spectrum on Radio 1. I'm your host, Edmond Chizito. On Spectrum tonight, President Museveni summons the Teachers Union to State House as their strike takes off. Could this be the hope that the teachers have been waiting for? Also, we ask the question, are the demands by the teachers realistic given the current challenges and priorities? Ugandan teachers have today resolved to go on strike pending negotiations on their demands for a salary raise. The Ugandan National Teachers Union, or UNATU, had yesterday issued a statement calling off the strike, but it came under pressure from teachers who insisted on laying down their tools. Teachers are divided on what increment they want, with some indicating they want a 100% increment, while others want a 30% raise. On average, the lowest paid teacher gets around 235,000 Ugandan shillings, on top of an allowance for those teaching in hard-to-reach areas. At the moment, Uganda has 135,000 primary teachers and about 30,000 secondary school teachers. Uganda is currently faced with an economic crisis, and President Museveni was quoted on Saturday as saying he was ready to discuss the teachers' demands, but cast doubts on the possibility of meeting their demands at the expense of other national priorities. Yesterday, the Education Ministry said it runs a tight budget and cannot absorb any pressures. But tomorrow, UNATU heads to State House to meet with the President, but some teachers and members of the civil society are questioning this move, insisting that government has enough money to meet their demands. So tonight we ask, are the demands of the teachers to have their pay enhanced viable in light of other challenges, even within the education sector? Our guests tonight, we have Mr. Patrick Kaboyo, Executive Director of the Coalition of Ugandan Private Schools Teachers Association. You're most welcome, Mr. Kaboyo.
Thank you very much, and good evening, listeners.
We also expect to be joined by two other guests. Dr. Cnsolata Kabonesa, Executive Director, National Association of Women Organizations, and Mr. Max Mboize, teacher at St. Peter's Primary School in Nsambya, also a member of UNATU. Mr. Kaboyo, talk to us about the U-turn. Yesterday there was a communication from UNATU that the strike was off and that you teachers had agreed to negotiate. Then all of a sudden you go into this strike. What caused the change of mind?
Thank you very much, the presenter and listeners out. I think I should start by saying that the Coalition of Uganda Private School Teachers Association is in total support of the ongoing developments at the Teachers Union, and we have pledged our concerted effort to see that the government comes to our plea. This will be a precedent set for all the teachers, regardless of which sector they work in. And for this matter, I would like to state that there isn't any education system that can be better than the quality of its teachers. So teachers deserve better. Teachers deserve better remuneration. They deserve decent accommodation. They deserve to take their children to school, and good schools at that. They deserve to receive health care. You know that food is not a cheap commodity these days, and if you calculate all those expenses basing on $100 for 22 or 23 working days or a month, you find that a teacher cannot live. It is from that background that we deserve to be listened to. We know and we do respect that the government has made effort to make sure that improvements are made, but it's at this time that we've called a serious intervention to be able to live, because we may end up not living. So I would also want to say that though this undertaking is majorly spearheaded by the Teachers Union, it is a challenge to the other side of the private sector schools that the teachers might find it a challenge to join our colleagues and stay home don't go to work because of the different styles that are in our private sector schools. As our colleagues at the union push it to the government to increase the salaries, most of our colleagues in the schools that are privately owned are demanding for arrears that some of them have not been paid up to now. Some of them don't get payment during holidays. It's up to the discretion of the directors. I know that many directors are listening to this program, but we call upon all teachers to join, support physically by participating, stay home. If you cannot, support spiritually. If you cannot be seen spiritually in support, throw a prayer or pray that the teachers of this country get the increment that they deserve.
So we can expect the strike to stretch to private schools, or you're going to be praying for the ones who are
not praying. In fact, my call now is to make sure that the teachers in private schools also support this cause. As I said, I know that it is a challenge for them to join this cause.
No, but why should they join? They're paid better.
They are not paid better. They are not paid better because they don't have contracts. They don't have instruments of employment and deployment. You wake up and you are told you are fired and you have nowhere to appeal. For those who are better, could be a few, I can say 10%, but the 90% is not well at all.
So things are worse, much worse.
Things are worse.
Much worse than the teachers in the
listeners are out there. They will bear us witness and maybe contribute to what we are talking about.
So when you look at teachers in government schools, you even wonder why they're striking, most likely.
I don't wonder. I gave it to you in my preamble that $100 a month, you cannot live. So there is cause for that demand. And in fact, when you are handling an industrial strategy, you use all the available mechanisms to make sure that you achieve what you are demanding for. This sit-down strike is one strategy. There is dialogue, which you've mentioned that the teachers will be moving to meet the head of state. Apart from dialogue, there can also be a demonstration, which is to some extent not a positive move. There are also other mechanisms that can be employed, but all those are meant to make sure that an industrial action is respected.
So you're not part of UNATU, officially you're not part of the strike, but from the background, you support them?
We do give support as a sector institution, and that is on record.
Listeners, we've also just been joined by Mr. Max Mboize. He's a teacher at St. Peter's Primary School in Nsambya, also a member of UNATU. You're most welcome, Mr. Mboize.
Thank you so much.
At your school, the strike began today. Other people were in their classrooms. Why?
Thank you very much, our dear presenter. I'm very privileged to be on Radio 1, the voice of the voiceless. Some time back, we didn't have where to run to, thanks to the proprietor of Radio 1. Today, in fact, when I mention this, I almost want to feel the tears coming out of my eyes. Teachers know their problems. Teachers are a better organized group. That's why you did not see us going on streets, beating up people, doing what? Because we are organized, we know what we want. And we respect our country, we love our country. But I'm so aggrieved with the people who go on intimidating the teachers against their right. Just today in the morning, we started getting messages intimidating teachers. If you don't go to class, you'll be fired. If you don't do this, you are going to be sent off. You'll be scrapped off from the payroll. Oh no, this is not the country we should be happy with. Because people should appreciate the human rights. I mean, there is people are trying to say we are begging the government to increase our salary. It is our right. We are not begging. It is not a favor. And put it on record, I'm telling the government, they are not favoring us to increase our salary. It is our right. Like the MPs. Because of the services they are giving to the country, when they reach there, they begin relating the service, equate it to the pay that they are going to get. What disturbs me in this country? Teachers are increased the salary according to the state wish, not demand. That pains me a lot. There is no country better than its education status. It's not there. A country is judged according to its education status. I'm against our leaders who are compromised day and night. The leaders of Uganda National Teachers Union. Oh no, you've betrayed us to the maximum.
What about the negotiation on your behalf? They are going to meet the president.
What do you mean by negotiations? Since 2004, these people have been going to Raktura to take beers, to eat good things.
The president doesn't serve alcohol in his compound.
Whatever, whether wine, whether water, whether what. They have been going there in a disguise of representing the teachers. They met in 2004, they went there 2005, 2006 they go there, recently they went there. Now, what are they going to meet the president over? That they have not been telling him. Secondly, we should not begin looking for the government.
Yes.
We are the ones offering services to the government. It should look for us. It should increase our salaries. That's why I was very happy when the CBA, collective bargaining agreement, was passed in the parliament. By now we should sit there and budget with government. We need this, please reduce. Before the budget is read. Not forgetting us completely like they have done. Why do they wait for us to go this far? 2004, I personally, because I was a delegate for Kampala district on the National Delegates Conference, elected by Kampala teachers to go and talk for them. The problem that we have, these are people who have politicized our union. They say, no, if you demand for your right, then you are anti-government. Don't mix politics to an expense of our lives. Our children are not going to school. Up to today, my daughter, who is in Kororo High, is still demanding me, Daddy, you told me to put first choice Gayaza. The girl got 12. She could have gone to Gayaza. But because I looked into my pockets, my coffers, I could not manage Gayaza. People could even begin imagining, is this one a thief? You are getting 200,000 and you are taking a child to Gayaza. Let's investigate. Up to today, I've never got an answer for my child. And she has promised not to join the teaching profession. She has. UNATU has gone to the president day and night. I'm born in Mbale. In Mbale, when you fall very sick, go to Mbale Hospital. The moment Mbale Hospital fails, you are sent where?
To Mulago. Yes.
Now the teachers are telling us, UNATU is telling us, they are always going to the president. That means they are ever going to Mulago Hospital. When Mulago Hospital fails, where do you go?
Well, but you got a pay rise sometime back, 230,000 from 130.
We got a pay rise. I have my breakage here. A teacher, if you are to feed on only portion,
yes,
and black tea
And
without sugar,
and beans.
posho and beans, you are going to spend 4,000 in the during lunch, 4,000 at night.
And you're single, you don't have.
That means you are single, you are not married. In fact, many of our families have broken. Mine, I normally look at my wife and tell her, please remember in the church, you vowed never to leave me
For better or for worse.
for better or for worse.
Whether I have sandwiches or posho, she stays.
She has to be there. I even refer, look at that photograph there. But really, the situation is very worse. Women have even started telling us, please be like your fellow men.
Oh, they challenge your man who
Yes! You're not capable. You can't support your family.
who drive Ipsams to church on Sunday
You
with their
can't
family.
support your family. It's because when we are at college, we have a principle of smartness. You will hardly find a teacher that, because everybody will point fingers at you. So you must wash the shirt on a daily basis and iron it on daily basis. Because it is one. But you must maintain
The smartness.
the smartness, the ethics. Here comes a poor teacher who is teaching people to go to parliament, who is teaching doctors, who even taught the president, who is enjoying the seat right now.
He doesn't get paid too much.
Oh, he gets 200. Does he get 200?
It's slightly more.
No, not slightly. That word annoys me. He gets too much.
Okay, let's take it to another level, Mr. Mboize. Of course, you're passionate about this, and I'm not trying to discount that. The government says they cannot afford this. I was working out a calculation. If they gave you a raise of 80,000 on top of the 270 that you get, say they pay you 350,000, an addition of 80,000 for about 132,000 teachers, that's an estimate, will mean they have to find $50 million every year. Can the government afford this?
Yeah, dear presenter. You see, when you bear children and you cannot support them, then you're a wrong parent.
Yes.
And this is what the
president
government is doing.
Yes.
One, we are talking of the economy growing. That night. The economy is growing, the expenditure of everything is also doing what?
Rising.
Rising day and night. I don't even remember when I last took sugar.
Really?
At a party. And people even fear to call us on parties. Because when we go there, we want to
catch up what
we have lost.
It's pathetic.
So when we talk of teachers are very many, it annoys me so much. Are the children very few? Even the children are very many.
And the president wants us to have many more children.
The children are very many.
Yes.
Me, I'm teaching, I have a class of 170. I have one of 120.
Is that the whole class or one stream?
That is one stream. You don't chase them away.
In one
they
classroom?
They have a right in one classroom. And I mark books because I teach mathematics. I mark books on a daily basis. One, look at my time. They are not valuing time.
Yes.
I'm ever out to school by 7.
Yes.
I end classes at 5. Their standards say you don't leave before all the children have gone. I must leave when all the children have left the school and go back at 8.
Right.
When I reach at home at 8, I go with a heap of books to mark them.
That's at home.
I mark till 10. I have to plan for the next morning. That means I only sleep for less than 3 hours to make sure the education standards of this country rise up.
This is Spectrum on Radio 1. Tonight, President Museveni summons the Teachers Union to State House as their strike takes off. Could this be the hope that the teachers have been waiting for? We're also asking the question, are the demands by the teachers realistic, given the current challenges and priorities? We're going for a break. When we come back, we'll look at the meaning of this meeting at State House tomorrow.
Thank you for coming to the executive suite, madam. My name is Richard, your executive banker, and I'm here to handle all your banking needs.
Oh, really? Thank you. I noticed you don't have any queues here.
No, Mrs. Asio, we do not.
Oh, wow. You even know my name?
But of course, madam. Today we are offering you a current account with a Gold Visa debit card, home loans with attractive rates, Gold Visa credit cards, and unsecured personal loan.
All that for me?
Yes. In addition, we can offer you internet banking so that you can access our services from anywhere, even your home.
Oh, this is too much. What else will you give me now? Chai?
Experience executive banking at Stanbic Bank.
Excuse me, madam. Your cup of chai?
Ask about executive banking at your nearest branch or visit our executive banking suite in Nakasero Towers, Forest Mall at Lugogo, Garden City, Ntinda, Makerere, Mbarara, Mukono, Mbale, Lira and Gulu.
Stanbic Bank. Moving forward.
Okay, so I gave my cousin James your number. He's gonna call you.
Thanks, Judy.
Don't be nervous. Just remember to speak with an accent.
What do you mean?
Just add R to everything you say, like, hello, this is Stellar. Of course, I'd love to go out with you.
Hello, this is Taylor. Of course, James, I'd love to go out with you. Banange. How long do I have to keep up with this?
Gwe, James studied in outside countries. You have to talk like that until he puts a ring on your finger.
Okay, I'll start practicing now.
Free yourself with MTN Voice Chat, because in real life, we aren't always free to talk the way we want to. Create a profile and talk to other interesting people without disclosing your identity or mobile number. To register for MTN Voice Chat, call 145 and follow the prompts.
MTN. Everywhere you go.
Even back when I met George, I noticed something different about him. Maybe it was the way people looked up to him, or maybe it was his willingness to always help. He struggled at the start, and today he is a successful bar owner. Despite his success, George didn't forget where he came from. He built friendships with his patrons and learned from them as much as they learned from him. He used his business acumen to help many others achieve their dreams. The fact is, many people owe their success to him. But George never talks about it. He's just who he is. Special.
So here's to men like George, who make a difference, who enjoy Nile Special, the rich, satisfying taste from the source. Nile Special, you've earned it.
Not for sale to persons under 18.
Hi, I've got just 30 seconds to list all the destinations in Africa served by Kenya Airways out of Nairobi.
Abidjan, Accra, Addis Ababa, Bujumbura, Cairo, Cotonou, Dakar, Dar es Salaam.
He's never going to make it. Kenya Airways covers 70% of all destinations in Africa alone and several more worldwide. If you're starting from Uganda, there is no rush because Kenya Airways operates the most frequencies every day from Entebbe to the hub in Nairobi. So you can pick up any of these connections at your own convenience.
Johannesburg, Kigali, Kinshasa, Lagos, Lilongwe, Lusaka, Lubumbashi.
Kenya Airways, the pride of Africa.
Sebo, time's up. Malabo, Mauritius, Mombasa.
Spectrum on Radio 1 FM 90 is brought to you by Stanbic Bank.
Welcome back on Spectrum tonight. President Museveni summons the Teachers Union to State House as their strike takes off. Could this be the hope that the teachers have been waiting for? Also, are the demands by the teachers realistic, given the current challenges and priorities? Our guests tonight, Mr. Max Mboize, teacher at St. Peter's Primary School in Nsambya, also a member of UNATU, and Mr. Patrick Kaboyo, Executive Director of the Coalition of Uganda Private Schools Teachers Association. You'll be able to call in later and ask questions. Mr. Kaboyo,